So keep an eye on all those names. That's the opening bell going off. What do we have in terms of first rates? It's a flattish start and almost immediately in the red. So 25,370. So around where we left off yesterday is where the start is at. Since it's like a traffic light. I mean, 82,925, basically just blinking with and changing color. But yeah, I mean, maybe a little more decisive. 25, 30 points down on the Nifty and about 70 lower on the Sensex. Nifty Bank is absolutely flat for now. Mid-cap index has got a bit more green, 0.25% higher is what you have. So that's the overall picture. I think there are more down than up on the Nifty. The heat map is coming up on your screens. And yeah, I think there is, there should be about, 20, 22 names which are higher. But there are, a few more which are lower as well. So the start is mild, subdued. And it's a Friday going into a weekend. 50 points now, 40, 45 points now after yesterday's tremendous day. So actually, from yesterday's high now, this is a full 120 odd points, 130 odd points lower. But this is the first few seconds of market open.
Prashant, well, I'll tell you what the most exciting stock, the one that Rima was just talking about, Bharti Hexacom. The market has really taken note of that Jefferies report and the kind of higher price target, substantially higher price target that they have. Stocks jumped about 6.5% right at the open. We'll get to more newsmakers in just a bit. But first, on the Nifty, the traffic lights that are blinking red and green, as Prashant says. Well, on the green side, there's Bajaj Auto with a gain of about 1%. Hindalco, Tata Steel, JSW Steel. So all the metal stocks are having a good open, up about 1% each. Wipro, Nestle India, and TCS. These are some of the other names on the way up. And then it starts completely fizzling out. On the lower side, there's Divis, which is down about 1%. Some cool off on Asian Paints, Adani Enterprises, Ultratech Cement, Coal India, Bharti Airtel. So Jefferies also optimistic on Bharti Airtel, but that call's not really reflecting that much. It's Hexacom where the target price is much higher than the CMP, which is why the market's excited about that particular call. And then it's very, very flat out there. So not much moving on the index. It's far more about individual stocks. So let's get to it, Manglam.
Individual stocks, 1,400 stocks, 1,500 stocks now as we speak, advancing for just about 500 stocks which are declining. So market breadth firmly in favor of advances. Among the top gainers in the F&O pack definitely are the gold financiers. Gold prices hit a record high yesterday. So Manappuram and Muthoot doing extremely well. Metals also doing quite well. So we have Nalco and Vedanta, both of them sitting with gains of almost 2.5%. Z Entertainment pops up on the gainers list. But on the losing end, we have Samvardhana Motherson. Brokerages, have downgraded the stock. Vinny just spoke about that, down 2% right now. And Granules is the other one. After a 16% downtick yesterday, the stock entered F&O ban, and that follows up with a cut of almost 3.5% on the way down as well. On the way up, though, apart from Hexacom, which should be pointed out, we have Edelweiss Financial, which is up around 8%. We're seeing some traction in Purvankara as well. They bought land in Breach Candy, Bengaluru, as well as Lokhandwala. So all those factors playing out for Purvankara, up around 4.5%. Tirupati Balaji Agro, listing yesterday, which gained about 14-15%, has now followed up with a 5% up move on that counter as well. And as we speak, the Patanjali large trade has taken place already. Nearly 1.2 crore shares or 3.3% equity changing hands. Patanjali Foods down 3% at the open on account of the large trade where promoters have looked to pair stake, and that's what we gather from our sources.
Godrej Agrovet, guys, is the biggest volume-led gainer right now. And we don't see that on the volume leaderboard, but it is coming up, 815 now. I think you mentioned some of the others, Varun Beverages, Bharti Hexacom. Nalco is coming up with a 3% pop as well. Nalco at 185. And look at Edelweiss. I don't know if you guys mentioned it. Edelweiss at 124 is up 9%. That's a surge. Edelweiss is a large mover. And by the way, it's done very well. Last 3 months has been phenomenal for this one. So it's almost now a 10% move. Backed by volumes, that's the only reason I'm mentioning this here. Lodha is up about 3%, 1,234 on Lodha. There is IDBI, which is up 4%. So stocks at about 91. Saxoft is up about 6%, 6.25%. I mean, this small jeweler, Moti Sons, last few days has been buzzing. And I think for the week, now it's up about 32%. So that's doing well. Yatharth is up about 3%. Yatharth Hospitals, that is. So decent volumes. Viatech Vabag, signs of life this week once again. I think for the week it's up about 10% and 4.5% today. Tribhuvan Das, I mean, actually some of these older, smaller jewelers, that is TBZ, 3% on this one as well. So that's a theme which generally is done and worked out very, very good. On the downside, Granules, Patanjali, Motherson, I think we mentioned most of these. Kim's is, okay, I think there is a corporate action there. Inox Wind is down about 2.5%. PNB Housing has been a big re-rating candidate, right? 800 to about 1100. So about just under that level right now. Fluorochem, Adani Power, Asian Paints are some of the other volume-led losses, but nothing large. Between 1 and 1.5% is what we're talking about. 40 points lower is what you have.